Okay, so I came to Trinidad in 2006, basically, to study at the University of the West Indies. And I got involved in Advent Fellowship. And for the first year, I didn't know about Good News, actually. And it was a friend of mine in 2007 that told me about the church just across the road. And I was like, that's more convenient, because I was going all the way up to CUC. So at that time, I said, okay, let me come across and see what the fellowship would be like. And that's how I ended up coming here. And lots of things happened after that. How about you?
So I came to Trinidad in 2007, but I didn't start attending this chapel until 2008. So for the first year, I was just pretty much stayed most of the time on campus. And then I happened to know about the chapel by seeing others coming. And then I started attending in 2008. And shortly thereafter, I got baptized right here in this church. So this church has lots of significance and personal meaning to me. And so from that perspective, it's besides location and the convenience of being physically close to the campus, it's also a place, I would say, where you can experience many things. One, multiculturalism. So you can experience a diverse mix of different cultures here. So if you want to really be a part of a melting pot, Good News is the place to be. And besides multiculturalism, you also experience a diversity in the congregation. In that I noticed when I started attending here that you had the young, the in-between, and those who were young at heart. And so you have that blended knowledge and experience of having this diversified age group and background. And then the third thing is that you find individuals from a wide range of varying backgrounds, varying professional backgrounds and work backgrounds. And so therefore, just in terms of like socializing and networking and gaining like inspiration, not only spiritual, but also in other aspects of life, Good News was a place that offered excellent networking. So from that perspective, I would say there is opportunity for holistic development at Good News.
Okay, so I am musically inclined. So when I started attending, those that knew a bit more about myself encouraged me to join the praise team. So Kristen, I remember, was on the piano, and a few other people who have moved on. And we used to lead out on Sabbath mornings. We also had a choir that we used to have here as well. So if it's one thing I enjoyed about being here is that you felt at home. I was always involved in my local church. So coming here and just jumping right in just made me feel like I am at home. So yeah, that was my experience here.
There are a couple of things I missed about being at Good News. One is just the whole, I would say, vibe. The culture here and the vibe here is one I would say that is dynamic. It is one that is energetic. So oftentimes, for example, you can have like a very hard week, whether at work or at school. And when you come to church, you need to be pepped up. And so the singing, the interaction, you have, very interesting folks here as well. To some make you laugh, some make you smile, some make you laugh in your mind. And so all of that actually helps to sort of like rejuvenate you. So actually, you come and you actually feel reinvigorated after attending church. And so that renewal, I think, is very important. And that's one of the things that I really sort of enjoyed here. And of course, the social events, I would say, is one of the things that I missed a lot because the social events here had a bit of diversity and flair. You would get a little bit of various island mix in the whole thing, really. So when we had our socials and various events, and in fact, just maybe a couple minutes ago, Weldon was reminding me that he had some pictures of an outing that we went to sometime way back down in Central. So all of those like church trips and outings, those things, I know that COVID has probably put a damper on some of those things. And hopefully that going forward, that can be back on stream, maybe in a different way. But those are the kinds of things that I would say helps to make the fellowship all-rounded and very interesting.
So I would like to say a special thank you to the Good News Chapel, the members, and everyone here who has contributed in some way, shape, or form to the fellowship. It has been an enriching experience for both of us. And it's something that has left an imprint on our lives, because that's why every time we come back to Trinidad, we come here for church. And that's why we're here today. So, yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to be thankful to Good News for my wife. Because actually, it was by virtue of my wife attending Good News that we ended up meeting each other. So long story, but I won't get into that. But essentially, we had our first conversation after church here, and so yes, I mean, Good News has contributed a whole lot and has lots of special memories for the both of us, and so it's a place for fellowships on Sabbath, and also a place for lifelong fellowships as well, us being testimony to that. And so in my parting message, I would say keep all the good things going. There will be challenges and ahead. That's undoubtedly a part of life. But as we journey on, remember that we journey on by faith, and we strengthen the things that are good and that remain it, and sometimes seems as if they are going to die. And even when they seem that they are dying or is dead, still water that plant, because we don't know when it's time to flourish, because everything will prosper and will go by God's grace in His time.